Hey everybody, so I'm so happy to be back with you on this YouTube channel, and today I'm actually bringing my beloved partner Michele on to discuss sacred sexuality with us. I just thought it would be kind of fun to have a man's perspective and to get a little bit more personal and to get a little introspective insight into my life and into the world that I live in. And so this is our beautiful mountain that we live on. It's gorgeous. It's my beloved spot. It's my soul land. It's everything that makes me thrive and come alive. And I also feel like it has a deep impact on my sexuality. So it only felt appropriate to record in this beautiful space on this gorgeous fall day. So when I first met Michele, I didn't really know anything about sacred sexuality. And what we entered into wasn't even purposely necessarily sacred sexuality. But looking back on it, I know that it was extremely sacred and it was beautiful. And it was all because of the intention that he put into connecting with me. So when we first met, I actually propositioned him and I asked him if he wanted to have some sexy time. And he agreed to do so. But he agreed to do so with a caveat that you would try something new.
My intention when I came into having sexy time with you was more to be present without actually knowing that I was actually trying to embody myself. And I was trying to embody the situation so I could hold the space for you and hold the space that allowed for that exploration of a deeper connection, a deeper sense of fullness, to bring in more of the magic that I felt could be within sexuality that I only thought I knew about, and I wanted just to practice it with you, really.
So, why did you want to practice that with me? Like, what got you to that place of wanting to approach sexuality in a different way?
Well, I think that goes through my history of sexuality and my past partners. I think my previous partner and I worked together for 5 years, and I ended up realizing that I desired sexual interaction on a deep level and had a very high sex drive, but found that I was not able to express that on a basis that felt comfortable for me. So I ended up actually conceding my sexuality to not having sex, basically. And so getting out of that relationship and connecting with you, I wanted to allow myself to actually feel my sexuality, to embody it and live it in its fullest. And that really came to a head the first time that we connected was for that.
And so when we first had sex, he basically worshiped my body like a goddess. Like, I actually literally felt like I was some kind of divine creature, this goddess creature. And at first I was a little uncomfortable because I'd never had anyone approach me in that kind of way. And I didn't really know what to do. Like, he was touching me and like investigating my body in such a gorgeous way. Like, I think he didn't even penetrate me for an hour. I'm curious, like, from a male perspective, like, what is sacred sexuality for you, and how do you feel like you can enter into sacred sexuality with others, not necessarily female partners, but any kind of partners?
Yeah, sacred sexuality for me. I think there's a couple of levels to that actually, and I think the first one is honoring what my desires are and allowing myself to feel my primal desires and my emotional desires, and to allow myself to want the things that I want without feeling shame around what they are, and or if they're socially acceptable, or if they're perceived as gross, whatever they are. It is honoring myself, I think, is the first part of sacred sexuality for me that I have been learning and I'm still learning. I think the second part um, of this and connecting is connecting with other people, and connecting with you is coming in with a really compassionate and direct intention to hold a space that you can feel comfortable in, and that you can be everything that you want to be, and we can both heal through that, and we can both allow ourselves to have all of the emotions and to have all of those feelings and to really just live in that space with a presence that I can come and really respect you as the goddess that you are. Like the first time that I came to you was really I was feeling you as you were my goddess and I was serving you in the way that I can in I think one of the most manly ways that I could think of. And
Yeah, and so I definitely feel like sacred sexuality isn't just something that can happen between a man and a woman. It can definitely happen between a woman and a woman, a man and a man. It can happen between any kind of dynamics. I'm not really one for like it has to be masculine and feminine, it has to be man and woman. I believe that there can be a lot of energy exchanges that happen regardless of the genders involved. But as you said, like worshiping me like a goddess, I do feel like there's an aspect of that that's so important because women in our society have been so degraded and so subjugated against. I know I've felt the traumatic effects of just my ancestors and the people around me and the abuse that I've experienced in my life. And so I do feel like that kind of healing that I received from a man was like so beautiful and so important. And I've had sexual experiences with women and I've dated women and those have been healing in their own right and like absolutely phenomenal in their own right, but there was something unique about receiving that kind of attention from a man and that kind of just this level of depth and sacredness that you offered me that really exploded my heart open and really sent me on my healing journey. So we met 5 years ago, and I would say that that meeting, that encounter absolutely affected this entire path that I'm on currently. So thanks, Boo.
so welcome. Thank you.
So if you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. And you can also leave us a comment down below. What do you think of sacred sexuality? Have you had this experience with partners? And what does it mean for you to have sacred sexuality within yourself and in your solo sexual exploration? So thanks for coming, and I hope to see you all again.
Gosh,
I look good in this light.
definitely need to keep that part in.
These shadows, the sticks.